Hey everybody, I am calling this the BeFit 10 and 10 sort of because my watch is broken. The glass just popped off my Apple Watch this week, so I'm getting a new one. But that means it's going to roughly be 10 moves in 10 minutes. So don't hold me to that exact count this week, but hey, who cares? Because we're moving. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to come out here to on this beautiful day at Williams College and use the track a little bit. So this one, you're going to need a little bit of a runway for this one. So, you know, if you've got some, you know, headphones that you can use or turn the volume up, when you're doing this one, hopefully, you know, maybe not live with me right now, but if you can, if you're in a place to do it, do it. But this might be one that you do more in an open space. So here's what we're going to start with. We're going to go, I'm going to use this probably about 10-foot runway, and this is what we're going to start with, okay? I'm going to take a nice long step forward and just pick my arms right up in the air, pick my arms right up in the air. This I do, like, I love to do this when I come out to the track. I like to do it when I just need, I'm going to turn around because I got my headphones on so you can hear me. We're going to go forward and back, so it ends up being somewhere around 10, maybe 15 steps like this, okay? Now, you're gonna see my backside here in a second. So what we're gonna do next is we went forward with those nice long steps, and I'll show you from the side. This is what that looks like, okay? They're just nice long steps, and you're not trying to overarch your back. Just take it nice and easy, but get those hands up over your head. That's a really important thing that we don't do as much as we probably should, okay? So that's forward with those nice long steps. Now the next thing that we're gonna do, I think I'll go sideways so you can see me from the side. The next thing, now this is weird, but you know, we don't mind looking weird, right? We're gonna step backward and reach down. Let's take the other foot back and reach down. And I tell you what, this gets those hamstrings stretched out and talking to you. And I don't know too many people who have, you know, hamstrings that are too loose. It's not a problem we usually see. I'm going to go back and do that again. So I guess really, you don't need that much space to do this. So if you're watching right now, just get up and do it with me. You're just take a few steps backward and reach down. We're going to do that one more time. Just going to take a few steps backward and reach down and reach down. Man, I can really feel that in the back of my legs. And I already stretched my hamstrings today, go figure. All right, so the next one, we went forward, we went backward. The next one that we're gonna do is we're just gonna take a nice step off to the side and reach up. Off to the side and reach up. And why don't I just come back and do that again to the other side, okay? So gonna take this nice side step, reach up, side step, reach up. Beautiful. Now, keep going. The thing that I really love about this move here is when I take a step to the side and I reach this hand up, look at this long line of muscle and fascia that's getting lengthened out. It's a beautiful thing. We need that. So particularly if you're someone who struggles from time to time with SI joint pain, that's that right here or right here, this kind of movement done regularly can save you from that continuing to happen, okay? So we're gonna take another side step, reach up, side step, reach up. Awesome. I'm just gonna do that back one more time. Like I said, this is a 10 and 10-ish. Since I don't have my watch, we're gonna sort of, you know, play it by ear here today. All right, so we've gone forward and back. We've done a nice wide step. Now what we're gonna do, it's one of my favorite moves. This is just a crossover step, and we're gonna reach up. There we go. Okay, then we're gonna come back. Cross over, reach up. So you notice, if I'm crossing over to the left, I'm reaching up with my left hand. If I'm crossing over to the right, I'm reaching up with my right hand. Okay, so this move here, I see a lot of people come to see me, you know, as a physical therapist with hip pain. And I can often ask people to do this, and it hurts their hip. Okay, as soon as I ask them to reach up, while they do that, they're like, oh my gosh, it doesn't hurt my hip anymore. It's because this is part of your hip, so we have to lift that up, okay? We've got to get space where we've compressed it. So this is a really great way to do this, to either prevent future hip trouble or to help clear up current hip trouble. And of course, feel free to comment if you have any further questions about that. All right, so we've gone forward and back, we've gone side to side, we've crossed over. Now we need to do a little bit of rotation. So what we're gonna do, this is a little crazy, but we're gonna take ourselves in a whole like circle. So I'm just gonna go around and I'm gonna keep going until I get where I started, okay? So I'm just doing an open step, swinging my arms around, and look, I'm back where I started. Okay, so now we're gonna do the other side. Open the other foot up, swing those arms around. Easy peasy. Okay, back where I'm started. We're gonna do that one more time to each side. Swing it open, come around. Swing it open, come around. So even something as simple as this, people ask me a lot, like, what's a really good way to strengthen my core? Believe it or not, a simple movement like that, you're going to lengthen all these diagonal muscles in your core, and you're using them in a way that really fires them up and gets them awake. Okay, so we're going to go around one more time till I get back to my starting point. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to take it in one more really weird circle. Okay, so that was a big open circle. Now what I'm going to do is, instead of opening up like this, I'm going to take this foot around, okay, right around, so it's kind of like I'm moving around a clock or a circle, okay, but you're still making a circle. It's just you're leading with the foot and crossing over instead of opening up. So let's do that again together. So this foot now is going to come around, okay, here. Now this is weird, you know, I look weird. I don't care, right? Because I want my hips, my knees, and my back to work well for a long time. So I'm just like, you picture this foot that's moving, it's just tracing along a circle, that's all. We're gonna do each side one more time, so just picture your imaginary circle. This foot's gonna follow along with it. My arms are going with me, and it feels good. Okay? All right, we're gonna do that one more time this way. Here we go. Boom. 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 This is really getting lots of internal rotation in this hip, which is key. Key for almost everything. We need it for golf, we need it for life, we need it for stairs, we need it for climbing, we need it for walking. We need it so that our feet will interact with the ground in a good way, and that's a motion that gets really tight and gunked up on a lot of people. All right, so that's 6 moves, maybe in around 6 minutes. I don't know, because I don't have my watch, but here we go. Now we're going to go ahead, we're going to take a forward step. If you have weights, go ahead and use them. Reach down like that and balance. Now take that step backward. Come back to balance. Go forward, balance, backward, balance. Let's keep going. Forward, balance, backward, balance. So the logic here, with those weird steps that we took in the beginning, we were gaining some mobility. Now we're strengthening and gaining some stability in those new places where we got some new mobility, So that's what has to happen. We need to get some mobility, and then we need to strengthen it up. Otherwise our body won't choose to use it, okay? So let's take the other foot. We're gonna go forward, reach down, balance, step back, come back to balance every time. Forward, balance, back, balance. Beautiful. Let's do a few more. I'm sure you guys are doing great. It's funny because I've been doing a lot of virtual sessions with people, live, interactive, and virtual classes, and it's fun because I can see everybody and make corrections as we go, just like as if we were in a studio. So if you haven't tried one of those, try one. They're cool. I'll put a link on here. Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna do is, and you can use weights if you want. If you don't have them, that's no problem. We're gonna take a side step, reach down, balance, okay? I'm gonna do a little crossover. Reach down, balance. Now that feels weird, okay? Feels a little awkward. So you don't have to do a big crossover. I'm getting all my weight over here on that leg, kind of letting the stance leg lift up a little bit on that one, that foot. But again, now what we're doing is we're strengthening where we just got all this newfound mobility in the hips. I'm going to do one more on this side, and then we're going to switch. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to do the other leg. Take a step off to the side, balance. That step to balance is a fantastic way to strengthen your body in a way that it'll actually use. I think, and I'm a little biased, but I think so much better than sitting down and training on a machine, okay? This is giving you functional strength, kind of that long, lean muscle that'll actually work for you. Okay, so we're gonna do about 2 more of those on that side. This is good. I mean, you could be holding a book. That would work too. You could hold a water bottle. Actually, I've seen some college kids out here lately with their empty kegs. They've been using their beer kegs because, you know, the gyms are closed. I think that's brilliant. All right, we're gonna do one more. This time we're gonna open up, reach down, balance. Now, some of you might already know what we're gonna do. We're gonna come around the corner, reach down, come back to balance. Open up, back to balance, reach down, back to balance. Now, I am keeping my foot that isn't moving solid on the floor on this one, okay? So I'm only going as far as I can where that stays solid. That gets some really good stuff happening in that foot and ankle, okay? So we're gonna do a couple more. 1, come back to balance, reach down, back to balance, open up, back to balance. 1 more time. Okay, now, we only have 1 more leg to go. Like I said, you can be hanging on to a weight here, grab a book, grab a water bottle, grab something, doesn't really matter. Reach around, up to balance. Open up to balance. Looking good, gang. I know you are. I am wobbly on this side. Okay, if that's happening to you, reset. All right, here we go. Open up, balance, bring it around the corner, balance. So you notice, particularly when I'm coming around the corner here on the front, I'm not trying to like overdo, I'm not trying to reach down to the floor, just a subtle move. Think how many times really in life you do things like that, whether you're picking something up outside, maybe in a tight space, maybe even unloading the dishwasher, laundry, whatever. But we are making sure with these exercises that your body is doing all those moves from the right place. And that's gonna prevent a lot of injury, and it's gonna keep us all feeling good. All right, so that's it, gang. That was, you know, the 10 and 10-ish, I'm gonna say, since I don't have my watch. We're not exactly sure, but does it really matter? No, we're out here moving. Okay, guys, that was awesome, and I'll see you next time. Check out my the website, befitcompany.com. We've got a lot of virtual stuff happening because who knows what's going to happen over the next couple of years, to be honest, with in-person hands-on work. We are doing some of that at BeFit right now, by appointment only, of course. But being able to help and reach people and move together online, I think is something that I get really excited about. So it means that I can be working with people all over the country, which we are right now, and I love it. All right, so guys, keep moving.